Today's RV short's going to be on security. Now, as far as security goes, it's only as good as how bad somebody really wants to take your camper or do something with your camper. So all these things are just deterrents. There's multiple ways of securing your camper, and some of them are very expensive, and you have to decide yourself what you justify as far as how much to spend. So if you think that you're going to have a lot of security issues and different things to secure, it's better to buy one of these multiple packs of locks. You can buy these and they're all keyed alike. That helps out. That way you don't have to have one key you have to deal with. So this is what I've done a lot of my stuff with. Alright, we're going to start off here on the front of the hitch. At the very minimum, you should have a pin lock like this one here. That secures it, so when this is actually attached to your tow vehicle, you won't have this, so that at least gives you some security that someone's not going to come off and take that off. It also makes that secure as far as that pin popping off of there. They have different types of these. The pin locks are good, and then like I say, this is a ball type. Again, these nothing's foolproof. You can take a crowbar or sledgehammer and probably break this thing off. There is one type that I'll show here in a minute that is a very good brand. It's like they call it I think it's called the puck lock, and it goes on the front of this, and it's a very heavy duty system. It is very expensive, so I won't get into too many details about that. That again has to be decided by you if you want to justify putting something like that on. So if you want to secure your surge guard, these things are upwards of $70, even for the 30-amp one. Basically, if you know you're not sharing your power, you put it in here, you close her up, and you put a lock on that, and that keeps somebody from stealing this piece. Never had problems, but I don't want to start now. Another thing you want to look at is trailer hitch actually hooks to the back of your vehicle, your tow vehicle. You want to have some kind of locking mechanism that locks that pin in place, so they don't take that trailer hitch, or your in some places you have that weight distribution hitch, and those can be pretty expensive, so you don't want someone running off with that. Something that I haven't done, but some people do, is I actually have 2 batteries in here, and I keep my camper at my home for the most part, so I'm not too worried about being in the storage section. But if you're in a storage, you may worry about someone taking your batteries, and sometimes they make devices that go around these cases, a metal piece that goes around where these straps are, and that locks those batteries down. Again, that's something you have to decide if that's important to you or not. Another device that you can purchase is a securing device for the actual tire. And then what it is, it's a piece of metal that comes around here and latches around your tire, and it keeps it from rolling. It's a very good way of securing your camper. The 2 drawbacks for that is, I guess they could take it and put another tire on there and just take your lugs off, or in the other cases, the problem is it can be kind of a heavy device that you have. I'll show a picture of it here. I've opted not to do that at this point, but that's something you might want to consider. Okay, another thing is, and I didn't even think about this until recently, is that you have a security, you might want to secure your sewer hose. It goes in this little carrier down here, and that's, that can be upwards of $50 to $60 for that sewer hose. I can't imagine people stealing it, but I've heard people that do that. So I have it. It actually has a little hole on there, and I put a lock on both ends. You see there, and that's just to keep people honest. Be quite honest. As far as on the camper, there's things that they have, like you have all these cargo doors that go around, and they're usually all keyed alike. You have one key on each one of them. I guess when it comes to those, I'm not too, I worry about putting things in there that's too valuable, because I'm not sure how many variety of keys there are out there, but I've heard other people say that they use their key to get in other people's compartments, or they use them if they lose their key, they give them their key or whatever. And that brings us to the security of your actual camper as far as your door. Well, if you have a GeoPro, they have this fancy keyless entry. Something to know about that is this lower one here is your deadbolt, and that's what this security system works. It just you initiate that and it slides and locks. Normally most people just use this lock up here on top. That's just a manual lock. When it's up, it's open. When it's sideways, it's locked. And so that's something to remember. Sometimes people will use this one and then think that they'll lose their key and they think they can get in. Well, the problem is when they use this, it's only using this deadbolt, so you're still not unlocking this top one. So in conclusion, there's a lot of ways you can secure your camper to make it safer and to make it a little harder for people to steal things. There's no ultimate way to do it, but these are a few ways that I've done on mine, and if you have any other things you've done, please add that in the comments, and that'll conclude this short, and we'll see you on the next one.